Dave with Front Porch Ideas and More.com. I had the fortunate pleasure recently of interviewing Nancy Moore, the founder and owner of the Porch Company in Nashville, Tennessee. The Porch Company is a design and construction company specializing in custom porches and screened-in porches. Nancy gives us some insight into how a construction project is like a porch is priced for the homeowner, advice about whether you should pay for the project itself or pay the construction company by the hour, and managing expectations during the project. I hope you enjoy the interview. Well, that gets us to the next thing is in cost, because everybody has that issue because they want everything for the least amount of money.
Correct.
So one thing I don't think a lot of people understand is behind the scenes. When you're costing a project out, what are some of the factors that really go into it? It's just not labor and the material.
Right. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. In any business, there's overhead, and everybody thinks that's such a dirty word, overhead. Overhead is essential to the for the client's perspective. For example, I have to buy insurance. Well, that's to protect the client as much as it's to protect me. So that's a necessary, absolutely essential. Another thing is I employ managers to not only just manage the people on the job site, but to make sure all the materials show up at the right time so that those people on the job site are productive. So that they're not having to run to the store every 2 minutes and buy material, come back. What a waste of time for everybody and money. So the management of the business, the overhead, the trucks, the tools, all those things have to be purchased, and of course are distributed over multiple jobs. They're not applied to one job. So those are called overhead costs, and those are part of the doing business, and they're essential. But the other thing is, lots of times people say you get what you pay for. Lots of times you don't get what you pay for, and that I think is due primarily to inefficiencies of the company. And to me, that has to do with management. The more efficient I am, the lower I can keep my costs. I'm efficient by pre-planning, thinking, managing well. So I believe, and that kind of leads into that cost plus versus fixed bid kind of discussion. We work on a fixed bid because I believe that's in the client's best interest. I tell them what I'm going to do, and I tell them how much it's going to cost, and then I make it happen. If I'm really, really efficient, I'm going to make more profit than I'm really, really inefficient, right? So it's in my best interest to be efficient. When you work on a cost-plus basis, the contractor is just not incented to be efficient. I know he's going to do his best, and he's going to try really, really hard, but if he or she fails, the client pays, not the contractor. If I fail in my fixed bid situation, I'm the one who suffers, not the client. And I think as the professional, I'm the one who should take that hit, not the client.
And what's the check and balance on the fixed costs? Because there's some people think, well, they're going to cut corners because...
Absolutely. That's the negative, is that people get, oh, if I pay them by the hour, I know they're going to do a really, really good job. Well, I think the bottom line to that is if I do a bad job, believe me, my reputation's going to be ruined, and I'm going to be out of business. And I'm going to be one of those people on Angie's list who gets some kind of a negative comment
about that.
So it is definitely in my best interest to do a quality job every time.
A lot of people complain about the contractors, they're there one day and not there the next day. Just site management, and we talk about expectations again. Can you talk a little bit on that?
Absolutely. I tell our people that the client should never be surprised. They shouldn't be surprised because we show up, or they shouldn't be surprised because we didn't show up. So it's on us to inform the client of what's going to happen about a weekly basis. Let me tell you what's going to happen this week, who's going to be there. So you'll know who's on your property. You'll know on these days nobody will be there because we're waiting on X or whatever. So definitely the contractor should do a great job of keeping the client informed. If he doesn't do that, please, Mr. Client, call us up. Say, hey, why isn't something happening here today? Rather than sitting around stewing, waiting on something to happen, call.
Call for that. Well, good. Well, Nancy, thanks so much for taking the time to talk with us. This is really great information.
Thank you for
doing this. And we wish you continued success with the Porch Company.
Thank you very much.
So if you're in the Middle Tennessee area,
and
you need a porch or screen porch built, we have the people for you. It's a Porch Company out of Nashville, Tennessee, and just contact Nancy and her group, and they'll do a really great job for you. So, and also if you need other porch ideas, remember to visit us at frontporchideasandmore.com. That's really good. Thank you, Nancy. That's really good. You said you've been really busy